Hey everybody, it's Anthony here, and I am here today to walk you through setting up a Google Voice account for you to use with your students and families. This is especially useful during remote learning times so that you have kind of a link to people who may not want to email you or want to talk to you face to face, and you don't want to share your personal cell phone number. So the thing is a couple of things. Number one, in our district, we do not subscribe to G Suite for Education Enterprise, which is a paid subscription. We use the free version, just G Suite for Education. And in G Suite for Education, you do not have access to Google Voice. You have to have access to Google Voice through the Enterprise Edition. But that being said, it doesn't prevent you from using Google Voice anyway. So what you need to do is you basically need to set up a personal consumer account, a traditional regular Gmail account, in order to access Google Voice. If you don't use Google Voice in a personal Gmail account that you currently have access to, you can set up your Google Voice number through that account. The people that have access to your Google Voice number don't have access to your personal email address or anything like that. It's just another tool in the G Suite box. It's just a phone number. So they would call the phone number, leave you a voicemail, and then you'd call them back from that number. So if you want to set it up using a personal account, that's totally fine. You can definitely do that. And you can follow these steps to kind of do that. What I'm going to walk you through right now is I'm going to walk you through the process of creating a whole brand new, fresh Google account that's going to be just specifically used for Google Voice. And that to me is just kind of the easiest way to do it. The other thing that you need to know about Google Voice is that it needs to, at least initially, forward to an existing cell phone or landline number that you have access to. You need to confirm that you're a real human being, that you're not a spammer that's looking to just accumulate phone numbers to be able to call random people at inopportune times throughout the day. So just a heads up on that. All right, so here's the process that you're going to do if you're going to set it up from scratch. If you aren't setting it up from scratch, you can skip ahead a little bit to where I set up my Google Voice number. All right, and so I'll put a marker in down below. I'll link to show you where that's going to be. All right, so I'm going to go to google.com. And when I get to google.com, I'm met with a regular Google search engine here. I'm going to sign in. Even though I don't have an account, I'm going to click on sign in. And here it asks me to sign in. I'm not going to sign in, like I said. I want to create a new account. So I'm going to click on create account here. And I'm going to create account for myself. So for my username and my first name and last name, I'm going to put in all my regular information. This is my name, Anthony Amatrano. And I'm going to put in, you can do whatever you want for your username for a Gmail account. You don't need to follow this, but what I'm doing, because I'm using this specifically for school, I'm going to put in my school username, Amatrano. I'm going to go .nps@gmail.com. And like I said, the only reason I'm going to use this account is for Google Voice. I'm not going to use it for emails. I'm not going to send emails to anybody. I'm just going to use it for Google Voice. For my password, I'm going to enter what I can remember. And I'm going to hit next. Okay, here's where I need to just add a phone number for account security. It's not going to be visible to anybody else, so I'm going to put in my cell phone number. And I'm going to put in a recovery email address. For this, I'm going to use my school email account. And I'm going to put in my birthday. And I'm going to put in my gender. And then I'm going to hit next. All right, so to make sure this number is mine, Google's going to send me a text message with a 6-digit verification code. So I'm going to send that to my phone number. So I'm going to hit send, and I'm going to have my phone handy to do this. And I'm going to enter in the verification code. All right, so get more from my number if I like anything on my phone number to my account. I don't want to do this, so I'm going to skip this. I don't want that to happen. Privacy and terms, you can definitely read through that if you feel inclined to do so. I'm going to hit the blue button and click I agree. Okay, great. I have created a Google account. So this is just a regular personal consumer Google account, amatrano.nps@gmail.com. If you have an email account that ends in gmail.com, it's the same kind of account as this one. Alrighty. So now I do have access to Gmail. I have access to Google Docs and all that stuff. Like I said before, I'm not using this account for any of that stuff. Not using it for email, not using it for Google Docs or Google Drive or anything like that. The only thing I'm going to use it for is Google Voice. So to get to Google Voice, I'm going to click on the waffle up here in the upper right-hand corner, and I'm going to scroll down. I'm looking for Voice. If I don't see it, which I do not see it here, I can click on More from Google. And that's going to bring you to a link to all the different products, okay, that are available through Google. So I can scroll down, search and explore. If you get tired and you don't want to go through all of these things, then you can just type in voice.google.com, because this is a lot of stuff. All right, Voice might be at the end here. Voice, there it is, okay. Voice.google.com will work, okay, and that will take you here. All right, so what we're going to do when we get to this page is we're going to use this for personal use. We're not using it for business use. We're clicking for personal use, and we're going to just do it on the web because we're just setting up the account right now. Okay, it brings me to the Google Voice dashboard. So this is where you're going to see, you're going to be able to listen to voicemails, you're going to be able to dial phone numbers, you see incoming calls and things like that. You also can get the app that you can install on your phone once your account is set up. Anyway, this is going to guide you through the process of setting up the number. The free number to take control of your communication. You're going to click Continue. All right, so we want to select a Google Voice number. You want something with a 508 or a 774 area code for our general area. So I'm going to click on Uxbridge. And here it gives me a bunch of different choices. You can just choose whatever is going to work for you. I like to choose numbers that are easy to remember. I don't see any that I really like here, but I'm just going to go with this one. All right, so I selected 774-481-1161. So that's the phone number that you're going to give to parents, to families, to students, whoever you want to give that to, so that they can call you to get in touch with you. And it's not going to use your own personal cell phone number. So I click Verify. So they need to verify my existing phone number. So now here's where I'm going to enter my cell phone number again. It's going to send me a code. I'm going to get the code. Got the code. Verify. Been successfully linked to my account and will ring when someone calls my Google Voice number. We can change that later. So it's verifying it. Now it says that it's mine. So this is my phone number that I can share with students and families without having to share my own phone number. All right, now that sets up the account. Once you have the account set up, you're going to want to set up all the other things, like the voicemail message and things like that. And I'm going to make a second video that's going to kind of walk you through that stuff. So I'm going to end this video here. So at this point in this video, what you've done is you've created a personal consumer Google account ending in gmail.com, or you're using one that you already have that exists that you haven't set up Google Voice on. And then we set up a Google Voice number. We selected a local cell phone number that you're going to be able to share with parents and families. And then in the next set of videos, I'm going to show you all the customization that you can do with that. I hope you found that useful and helpful. If you have any questions, let me know. Happy to help at any time. Thanks so much. Bye.